Hey, my name's Nick. I'm with Sunshine State RVs in Gainesville, Florida. We are the #1 Class B RV dealership in the state of Florida. We are #2 in the whole United States of America, meaning we sell more Class B RVs all over this country, except one place. That's out west, so that doesn't really count. But in the East, we're #1. We're #1. No, we are trying really hard to grow. We're building a brand new dealership right now. We're taking on some new products, and what helps is when the products that we are currently selling win a ton of awards. This Midwest van behind me has won more awards in the last 3 months, 4 months than any Class B van that I can remember in recent memory. I mean, there's 3 awards currently on that van right now. So what's cool is we have one of the first ones in the country. It was just at the Tampa Super Show. It was the showstopper. Everybody wanted to walk around it and look at it. We brought it right back, and now we are doing another video on it because I think everybody wants to see what this Midwest Patriot all-wheel drive MD3 has in it. So I'm pretty excited. One of the cool things that we do at Sunshine State RVs is that we ship any of our vans for free all over the United States. So my goal here is to reach the entire country and show people why they might need a Class B RV. And if you're looking for one that can sleep 2 people very comfortably, that can seat 5 people, that has lithium, all-wheel drive, VB air ride, all kinds of crazy luxury in it, this Midwest Patriot might be the van that you are looking for. So let's dive right into it. This is a 24-foot Mercedes Sprinter. This is the 170 extended. So extended gives you the full 24 feet long. This is an all-wheel drive model. It's their brand new 4-cylinder. They're brand new, all the new safety features, all the new engine features, the new gas mileage, horsepower, torque, everything has improved in the last couple of years from their 6-cylinder. Midwest has also been improving every year. Like I mentioned before, the 3 awards, RV Business gave this a must-see award. RV Pro gave this the best new model. And RV News also gave this the Class B RV of the year. That's insane to get 3 awards on the same van at the exact same time. So my goal in this video is to show you why they got the awards. And hopefully at the end of it, you'll say, you know what, Nick? That's what I'm looking for. I want that Midwest. I live in Nebraska. Ship it to me next week, and I'll put this bad boy on a flatbed and send it right to your house. I lived in Omaha, Nebraska for a year, so I'm a little familiar with it. Anyways, this has the brand new 1620 Freedom Lithium system. It is the largest lithium system in any Class B RV in the industry. 1,620 amp hours of lithium batteries, 3,000 watt inverter, 300 watts of solar, underhood generator, everything you need to power this for days without ever plugging in, without ever going to a campground, any of that. They have upgraded their lights on their running board. They've upgraded all of their body paneling here, giving you a nice new look. As you kind of walk around, you see there's a big awning with LED light strip. You have more lights. Under the awning is really where, when you're camping, is where you hang out and spend a lot of your time when you're outside. You set up your chairs, your little fire pit, you set up your grill. When I used to take my kids camping, we would set up right under the awning and we would have a little table there, and that's when I would be grilling. My wife doesn't like it when I cook inside the RV. She was fine with me cooking as long as I did it outside. She does not want me stinking up the whole RV with my bacon, she tells me. So like I said, all-wheel drive. This does have the Blackout package, so they went around all of the front grille and the Mercedes logos are all blacked out, which is really nice. They came out with this new body styling last year where they cover the tow hitch, but there is a tow hitch under there. It is a 5,000-pound tow hitch. There are 2 cameras up top, and that gives you the 360-degree camera angles. One cool thing about Midwest vans is they have no propane. So everything runs on lithium. That is part of that Freedom package. Lithium lithium batteries, everything's electric. So your hot water heater, your furnace, your fridge, your air conditioner, everything in the van is all electric. It does come with a smart plug here. The smart plug is usually right here, and I can kind of show you. Oh, there is a little bit of storage here. I might as well show you this while I'm back here. So you do have some storage in the back here. So the storage here kind of passes all the way through. So if you have a surfboard or stand-up paddle board, you can slide that thing all the way through there. It comes with 3 seat belts in the back and 3 in the front. So this actually has 5, 1, 2, 3, 6. My math is wrong. I said 5 earlier. 6 seat belts in this 24-foot van. An Alpine subwoofer. You do have a screen package here, which is really nice. You have pull-down shades here, and then you do have a storage compartment right here. So this is storage here. The Starlink is in there, but this is storage you can access from the front or the back. Just totally depends on how you want to do it. I love the amount of space, the storage they give you here. Even with the couch up or the couch down, you still have the same amount of storage back there, which is pretty nice. What we've been doing on the back of these vans a lot is putting an extra spare tire and a Al van or a Rover gear box for storage. You can do a big box for skis. You can do a small box for stuff like hoses. You can do 2 boxes. You can do a bike rack. So there's so many options. I would say about 75% of the vans we sell, we have been installing boxes and bike racks and spare tire cases on the back and ladders and all that, which is pretty cool. So this is the smart plug, which is pretty nice. When you go to a campground, what you would do is you plug this in, you open this up like this, you plug this in, and then you take this and you plug it right into the campground. So you may say, Nick, with all this lithium, why are you plugging in? You know, I got friends of mine that camp in these. Hank Strange has a Coachman Beyond with lithium. He has never plugged in at a campground. He just goes camp because he has lithium. Dean Savish, who is the head of the Coachman Facebook group, he never plugs in. He is full-time, lives in his RV. He never even goes to a campground. I was talking to Jackie the other day about her. She's like, Nick, she has a Midwest van. She's the head of the Midwest Facebook group. She's like, I don't ever plug in. She goes, I have so much lithium in my RV that I can just camp forever without plugging in. There's so many people, especially when you have 1620 amp hours of lithium, you really don't need to plug in. But if you do, they give you a smart plug and you can plug in. But part of buying the lithium package is you don't need the plug all the time. Now, this may seem intimidating to you or like you don't understand. One of the cool things we do at Sunshine State RVs is we have one of our technicians named Corey, or Justin's been doing a lot of walkthroughs also. Corey or Justin are going to teach you how to use your new RV. They will teach you how to use your plug. They'll teach you how to use your lithium. They will go through this RV front to back with you, top to bottom, and spend as much time with you as you need teaching you how to do it. And then for your first 2 nights after you buy it, we put you up at a local campground so that way you can test everything in the RV locally, 5 minutes from us. If you have any issues, you come right back in those first 2 days and we get you in right away. We guarantee to fix it before you leave is the goal. I say guarantee. My goal is to fix it before you leave. Obviously, sometimes we don't have the parts, we can't do that, but we really try to make everything as right as we can, because when you leave Gainesville, I want you to know that your RV works the way it should and that you know how to work everything that is on the RV. So dual wheels in the back. This is pretty neat. Also, this is something that is unique to Midwest. It has a macerator and it has a reel. This is your macerator hose. So wherever you park, you just take this, you stick it in the black tank and you leave it there, and then you walk back over here and you press a dump button and it grinds all the waste up and dumps it out. This is something that Corey will teach you how to use when you are in Gainesville at our dealership being taught how to do it. If we deliver it to you for free, flatbed it to your house, this is something that we will teach you how to use over FaceTime or on a Zoom call. Then you just press a button and it just comes right in. This is only things. I was talking to my friends Izzy and MJ at Endless RVing the other day, because they actually took an RV, they took this RV out and they camped in it for a weekend. And these are only things that you find in a Newmar. They're like, Nick, our Newmar has this. We didn't think Class B RVs had this. It has a gray tank flush, a black tank flush, city water fill, hot and cold water right here. I mean, this is really, really high-end stuff to put in a Class B RV. They were when I let them use this and kind of see everything that it had, they were very impressed with how much luxury a Class B van has. I also like, if you step back and kind of look, just how clean everything looks, right? So you got the windows down the side. You really don't have, besides a little plug there, you really don't have anything on the side. It really kind of blends in well if you're driving. It doesn't look like you're driving an RV. It blends in very well as a van. So the all-wheel drive does give you a couple extra inches there to where you could upgrade the suspension. We do a lot of that upgrading as well. Mercedes chassis fully loaded, high performance headlights. You have parking sensors everywhere. You have a 4-camera security system. So you got one in the front, one in the back, and on both sides there's cameras. This is where I talked about how they black out the grill as well. So this is a blacked out grill here, which is really nice. And then you have obviously just the very aggressive front end, the very like awesome look of a Mercedes. I'm a big fan of this. I've always loved the Mercedes Sprinter. Anyways, total luxurious on the outside, very capable of getting you anywhere you need with the all-wheel drive and all that. But when you get on the inside, I think you're gonna tell me, you're gonna comment in this video, you're gonna say, Nick, I've never seen a more luxurious RV. I bet you I see that comment somewhere down here after watching the inside of this Midwest. So you can see why I made the comment that this is the most luxurious RV. I mean, look at the stitching on here, the comfort, the feel. This is their ginseng interior with black piping. One of the cool things that Midwest does is all of their leather, from their roof panels to their seats to their couches to everything they do, is custom handmade in their factory. When I say handmade, they have a room, I don't know how big it is, it's stinking big, full of sewing machines and people sewing. So you walk in there and this starts off as a big piece of fabric and they sew it and stitch it to make this. It's not done by some computer in China. This is done by people in Elkhart, Indiana, which is pretty amazing. That's like Bentley style, Rolls-Royce style seating, which is one of the ways that it looks so luxurious. So they can custom do this to almost any color you want, which is pretty awesome. They got their template of colors, but they have a lot of customization, which is cool. So I like that. This is the MD3. So this is their floor plan that won all the awards. It has driver, passenger, and one seat behind, which is nice. I really like how this seat is so comfortable and it's big. All three of the seats do have massagers that, for a long drive, it's nice to have massaging. This also has the VB Air Ride. So VB Air Ride is like a $12,000 or $15,000 option, that, because sometimes when you're riding in the back seems to bounce a little bit on these Sprinters because they're 24 foot. And what this does, this eliminates that bounce completely. It puts these big airbags in, it's kind of like what you would find on a 40-foot RV. It puts these airbags in the back that absorb that ride and make it smooth like butter, as they say. It makes it a smooth ride all the way. I really like how big this front area is. So being a big guy like myself, I like to just sit. So, you know, the back is the bedroom and this is kind of the living room, dining room area. So if you had 2 or 3 people, this is great. I like this so I can get up early in the morning while my wife is still sleeping. I can have my coffee, read my Bible, catch up on my Florida Gators and the news, and I can see what's going on in this world. But I like having a little space here that can hold things. I'm not just trying to hold everything and balance things in my lap, but I love being able to prop my feet up and hang out in a very comfortable area. You know, in a 24-foot RV, you don't typically have this much space, but I love that Midwest gives you this space. When you walk in, you have the space. So what the 24-foot RV gives you, it gives you this big cabinet here, which is really nice. All the shelves are adjustable. I love that this Onyx package, you know, it covered the Mercedes decals, and also all of the handles in the entire coach are all the hardware. So there's a big cabinet right here with Alpine speakers, just like I talked about. There's that Alpine subwoofer in the back. Nice big fridge and freezer combo. So this is something that previously, when you had the MD2, you would just have 2 seats and you'd have the big fridge. But if you went to an MD4, because of the way it sets up, you can only get a small fridge. But the MD3 is right in between where you have the 3 seats, but you also get the big fridge, which is really nice. My friend Jackie, I mentioned her earlier, she's the head of the Midwest Facebook group. She does all their rallies, which are some of the best rallies in the country. I mean, she gets 50 to 100 Midwest vans camping together in one spot and organizes the entire thing. This was the floor plan that she kind of asked Ron, who's the national sales manager from Midwest, said, hey, Ron, I have 2 daughters. When I travel with them, I want both of them sitting in the front with me. And so I want to be able to sit and I want both my daughters there. So can you make an MD3? And of course, Ron, being as accommodating as he is, said, Jackie, anything for you. So Ron came up with this MD3 floor plan, and it's really, as you can tell from all the awards and just the flow of it, has really flowed very well. So you have your convection microwave. I love how they dress up the exhaust fan there. This is your MSRP. So this has the comfort package, the Onyx package, the air ride, 4-camera security system, seat heating and massage, power window shade. So all these shades are power from your Firefly system. It also has Starlink and a cellular module built in. So here's your Firefly here that shows you all your tanks, your lights, and then you can do individual lights. This shows you your power breakdown, your air conditioner, your heater, your dehumidifier. There's a built-in dehumidifier. And then here is your awning, your rear sofa, and I'll show you that in a second. And then all your shades are right here as well, which are pretty neat. And then this is your little Victron inverter. Because it has a 1620 amp hours lithium, 3000 watt Victron inverter, underhood generator, and solar. So everything is there. So nice big storage compartment here. You have more storage here, and this kind of goes all the way through like this, so that way you can store long things in here also if you would like. The kitchen has all the black hardware that I mentioned, and I love that it has the dovetail drawers. So nice high quality solid wood drawers. And there again, this can all be any color. This is the Ebony Denali with a satin finish. This can be brown, it can be tan, it can be, I mean, they've come out with some really cool colors here recently. Double induction stove. You have your 110 plug. You have lots of cabinet space down here, lots of drawers. So lots of space, nice big kitchen there. As we come through in the bathroom here, double door with the windows, but they open wide open. So you really have a good sense of space in here. And when you get in here, like I said, I'm 6 foot tall, 222 pounds today, and I can fit in this thing perfectly. I can wash my hands, brush my teeth. I can take a shower, move this around, clean myself. Lots of space in here. They do give you a little thing here that you can hang up and hang your towel from when you're not in here. And, you know, a big question I've been getting recently is, you know, the age of people that are buying these vans is lowering. It seems like every couple of years I'm seeing younger and younger people buy them. Or maybe I think they're younger because they're close to me in age. I don't know if that's what it is or not. They seem to be younger and younger, but they're always asking me, Nick, I play tennis, I play golf, I like to fish, I like to have my paddle board with me, my surfboard, my kayaks. Where can I put stuff in a Class B RV? That's a big question. And so one of the things about golf clubs is I have had 2 sets of golf clubs in here pretty easily. And when you use the bathroom, you just grab the 2 golf clubs, put them right here, use the bathroom, and then put them back in. So you can play some musical chairs with that. The back has the pass-through storage, you have that. And then people are finding ways to store their paddle boards and their surfboards and all that in the back of the RV, which is really nice. So this is the dining room area back here. You have a nice big area. Like I said, all the shades are shut, which is nice. And then this is just a very comfortable, they've made a lot of improvements on their couches and all that. But the biggest improvement they made this year is on these 2 little side couches. So what they do is they made these power. This is how you make this into a king size bed. So there's one. There's the other one. So that way you're not having to mess with it and hold it and doing that. And then here is, let's see if I'm talented enough to do this. Maybe because I'm on it. Anyways, this folds flat into a big king size bed back here, but you can just sit on it just like this and it'll do it. But it's not doing it because I'm sitting on it and I'm kind of stuck right now. So I'll fold this up and show you later. But I love how these are powered now, and you're not having to mess with boards and pull them out and lift these things and watch them move. These are actually really comfortable. So if you did need more, I mean, look how big this is. If you did need more people to sit, you have 3 seat belts up front, you have 3 seat belts on this, and you have this. There's not a seat belt on it, but people could easily sit on it and it's not a problem. Here is a wardrobe cabinet. It's a little dark in there, but you have a thing there to hang your clothes up. Back here is the Starlink with the cellular Eclipse module. And what that does is that gives you access to your entire van from anywhere in the world. So you can check out your lithium, you can check out your batteries, you can check out the temperature, you can see everything, all the information about your van from anywhere in the world, because it's a cellular module and not just Bluetooth, which is really nice. There is a smart TV back here that can open up and swivel around, kind of drops down, and you can move it. You know, like I mentioned a minute ago, the demographic is getting younger and younger every year, so a lot of people are working from these, and so this can also pose as a second monitor or your main monitor. You can be working here and have that be the extra monitor you need. There's the Alpine subwoofer, and so your Alpine Bluetooth stereo is right here. You have your Aqua-Hot heater, which is hooked through the fuel tank, so that way you don't have any propane, and it's a diesel heater, which gets hot very fast, and it's very, very efficient, which is great. So, you know, Midwest has built tens of thousands of vans like this. They've built limos, they've built athletic vans, they build these MD3s, MD2s, MD4s, long ones, short ones, Ford Transits. I mean, they build the most luxurious Class B on the market, and I'm truly proud to represent them. And I think for what they do, there's not another builder that comes close with the lithium and the quality and the attention they pay to detail when it comes to something in this high luxury market. When it comes to the power shades and the power couches and the hand sewn seats. I mean, everything. I can go on and on and on for all the stuff that Midwest does, and they just do a great job. They have a 3-year warranty. They stand behind everything, and they're a great manufacturer. So it's a no-brainer for us to sell them, to really push them, and to say, you know what, we stand behind what Midwest is building up there in Indiana. So we're big fans of theirs. They're big fans of ours. We are their #1 dealer in the country for RVs. And there's a reason why, because we love what Midwest is doing. So this is the MD3. It's won a ton of awards. And I think that if you're looking for a Sprinter van that's all-wheel drive, that has 5 or 6 seat belts, that has a ton of luxury, you don't need to look any further. This could possibly be the van of your dreams. So give us a call, sunshinestatervs.com, and we'd be more than happy to help you out.